beauties, welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you're new to my channel. My name is Jade, or Beauty.Jade, whatever you want to call me. For today's video, we're going to be doing a summer inspired makeup tutorial. I did lots of colorful shades on the eyelid, I did a cut crease, I did some white liner. I showed out, y'all. Haven't filmed the video in 2 months, so I really wanted to come back with something super cute, and I think I did just that. So yeah, I'm not going to keep talking too much, so once y'all got this look, then just keep on watching. Hey beauties, welcome back to my channel. So I did my eyebrows off camera. As you can see, I filled them in with my NYX micro brow pencil in the shade black, and then I cleaned them up with my Born This Way concealer in the shade butterscotch. Now I'm priming my eyelids before I go in with my eyeshadow, and I'm using my LA Girl concealer in the shade medium beige, and then I'm going to go in and set that with my Airspun translucent setting powder. So once I finish priming my eyelids, I'm going to go in and start with my eyeshadow. Y'all, I pulled out an oldie but a goodie. This is the Morphe James Charles palette. I haven't touched this palette in so freaking long. Like, it's been such a long time. But it had all the shades in it that I needed. So yeah, that's what we're working with today. And the first shade I'm taking is that magenta purple pinkish shade, and I'm blending that into my crease area. I'm gonna go from darkest to lightest. I know y'all have seen this technique plenty of times. I've done it before, and a lot of other people do it when they do their eyeshadow. So yeah, that is how we're gonna do it today. And I was really being scary with how I was applying my eyeshadow, but it's been a while since I've done like a super colorful look and a cut crease, so I was really just trying to make sure I didn't mess up nothing. So yeah, the next shade we're going to use is this red shade, and I'm just going to do the same thing that I just did with that pink magenta shade before. The last shade I'm using is that shade right there. It's kind of orange, it's kind of yellow, it's in between, but yeah, that's the last shade that I'm using. And I've been using a Morphe N506 brush to apply all my shadows. I've used 3 different brushes, but they're all Morphe N506 brushes. You really don't have to use 3 separate brushes, but that's how I do my eyeshadow. So yeah, that's what I'm doing. And then I'm gonna just go in and just blend everything out and make it look all nice and seamless. It really looked like my eyeshadow was not blended. I don't know why, but when I come up closer, y'all gonna see that it is very much blended. I'm going back in and I'm reapplying each shadow just to make sure that it's pigmented and blended. I don't want no dull eyeshadow. I don't know about y'all, but me personally, I like a nice pigmented and blended eyeshadow look. So you got to make sure you go back in and pack and blend. It's very repetitive, but this is how you make sure that you're going to get a pigmented and blended eyeshadow look. And once I finish doing all that, I'm going to go in and cut my crease on camera, y'all. Well, not fully on camera. I tried to do that, but it was taking too long, and I wasn't finna take up all my storage doing that, so I did what I could on camera. I'm taking my micellar water, however you pronounce that, and I'm just taking it on a Q-tip, and I'm wiping off that shadow that was on my eyelid because I want to have a nice clean space, well, somewhat clean space before I go in and cut my crease. And to cut my crease, I'm using my P. Louise base. It's so dirty, you can't even tell that it's white, but yeah, we're using the white one, and we're just gonna go in with this big brush. I don't even know what kind of brush this is. I really think it's an acrylic brush for nails or something, but that's what I use for my eyebrows. and that's what I use to cut my crease. So yeah, that's what we're doing right here. I'm gonna just show y'all what I can, but I'm gonna eventually cut off the camera and I'm gonna come back and my crease is gonna be cut. Now that my crease is cut, I'm gonna go in and just blend out the outer corners so everything is nice and blended. And then I'm gonna go in with my lid shade. I'm taking my ABH Norvina palette. I don't know what volume this is. I will leave it in the description box below. But I'm taking that shade right there. I don't even know what color that is, y'all. It was giving like peach vibes, but I don't know. It was just really, really cute with the rest of the colors. So that's what we're using. And I'm taking that with a flat top brush. You can use your fingers to apply that, but my nails was too long, so yeah. And I didn't want to mess up my cut crease, so we just gonna use a brush. And then I'm gonna go on top of that with my Jade Cosmetics pigment in the shade White Gold, just to top it off and give it a little bit more shimmer. So I knew I wanted to do some liner. I didn't know what color. I finally decided to do white eyeliner, but then I realized I didn't actually have white eyeliner. So I took my P. Louise base and I used that on a detailer brush and I just created some white eyeliner. So if you don't have any actual white eyeliner and you have the white P. Louise base, you can definitely use this as a white liner. It doesn't crack at all, y'all. So 10 out of 10, I definitely recommend. Alright, and now that the eyes are done, we're going to go in to skin. I'm priming my skin with my Milk Hydro Grip Primer, and I'm just making sure that I thoroughly rub that in until it gets nice and tacky. And then I'm going to set my nose with my Airspun powder. My nose gets super oily. I don't know what I just said, but my nose gets super oily, so I make sure that I go in and set my nose before I apply my foundation. I don't need my foundation separating when I get sweaty, y'all. I'm a sweater, so these are the steps that I have to take to make sure that my makeup is lasting. For foundation, I'm going in with my Maybelline Fit Me in the shade 355 Coconut. I know it look dark. I know I look crazy, but just let my foundation blend in and just sit for a while, y'all. Everything is gonna come together. Then we're going to apply our concealer, the same concealer that we use for our eyebrows, which is the Too Faced Born This Way concealer in the shade Butterscotch. I like to let my concealer sit on my skin for a couple minutes before I go in and blend it out. This makes it more full coverage and it makes it easier to blend. And I also like to spray my face with my Morphe Setting Mist because I feel like this gives an extra layer of protection, long lasting makeup. Y'all get what I'm trying to say. So yeah, I go in and I spray my face before I blend everything out. And today I decided to use a brush to blend out my concealer. I don't know why, but I'm happy I did because this was a beat. But you know what? When you use a brush, it don't really pick up the product as a beauty blender would. So yeah, I looked very much more full coverage. So yeah, we're just gonna go in and blend out all of that concealer, and then we're gonna go in and set it. I'm jumping back in to say that I'm applying my LA Girl concealer in the shade medium beige, and I'm just applying that because I wanted a little bit of a brighter under eye and down the bridge of my nose as well. I think I put it on my chin too. I just wanted a brighter highlight, so I'm taking this lighter shade in medium beige. Once I finish blending everything out with my brush, I go back in with my beauty sponge and I do some further blending. This is just going to help make sure that there's no harsh lines and that there's not too much product on my face. I do want a full coverage beat, but I don't want to be too cakey, so using a beauty sponge will help pick up some of that excess product that might be on your face. So once I finish blending out my concealer, I go in and I set everywhere that I just applied concealer with my Airspun translucent setting powder. I applied a lot of layers of concealer, y'all, so I'm making sure that I properly set that because I don't want my concealer sliding off my face, creasing, none of that. I need a long lasting beat, so I'm making sure that I set properly. Now I'm taking my Maybelline Superstay Powder Foundation and I'm just applying that everywhere else that I didn't use my Airspun powder. This is going to set my foundation and all those other areas so that nothing moves and that it's very much long lasting. I love this powder, y'all. Like, I love it so much. Moving on to bronzer, I'm using my Juvia's Place Bronze Duo and I'm mixing both of those shades together. I don't know what brush this is. I know it's from Real Techniques, but I'm using that to apply my bronzer. I'm a heavy bronzer, y'all. I love bronzer. I love looking sun kissed. I love it. So I'm going in with that. Nothing new, but make sure y'all blend it out so nothing is too harsh. Now for blush, I've been mixing my Juvia's Place Zulu palette, that pink shade. I've been mixing that with my Maybelline blush in the shade 40. Those two together, I love it. The regular pink shade from the Juvia's Place palette is very pigmented, and then when you add the Maybelline, it gives it a nice shimmer, y'all. It's just super, super cute, and I'm a heavy blush girl too, y'all, so I go crazy with the blush too, but blush is one of the first things to go away when you do your makeup, so I go in pretty heavy, but I also make sure that I blend it out so nothing is harsh, like I said before. The last powder that I'm gonna go in with is my Sephora Micro Smooth Powder, and I take this everywhere on my face. Literally, I take it where my concealer meets my bronzer, my blush meets my bronzer. I clean up my bronzer with this powder as well. I just take it everywhere, y'all. It gives a nice, flawless airbrush finish. I love this powder so much. Okay, y'all. Normally, I don't do bottom eyeshadow, but today I was like, F it, I'ma do it. So I took all the shades that I use on my eyelid and I put them at the bottom. And I did the darkest shade on the outer corner, I did the red shade in the middle, and I did the orangish yellow shade in my inner corner. So a nice little ombre. I think it was super, super cute. I'm highlighting the bridge of my nose and the tip of my nose with my Wet n Wild highlighter in the shade Precious Petals. And then I'm going to go in and set my face with my Morphe setting mist. I'm going to spray my face plenty of times because I really want all those powders just to melt into my skin. And I want my skin to be nice and set. And I want my makeup to look like skin. So I just pressed all that in. And then I think I go off camera and do everything else. So yeah, I'm gonna go off camera and do the finishing touches, and I will see you guys in the next clip. So this is the finished look, you guys. I went on camera and I did my finishing touches. I did my lips, I changed my top, and I fixed my hair as well. I will leave my lip products in the description box below. But yeah, I really love how this look turned out. I feel super, super beat right now. Like, I think I did that. My eyes are super, super pretty. I haven't done a cut crease, a colorful cut crease in a while, y'all. So I was really nervous, but I think it turned out super, super cute. I think I did that. So yeah, if you love this look as much as I do, make sure you leave this video a like, leave me some comments down below, and make sure you are subscribed to my channel as well. And I will see you guys in my next video. Bye, y'all.